Hi, Bethel family. Happy Memorial Day. This is your moment of hope for Monday, May 25th. It is Memorial Day here in our country. It's a day that we set aside and celebrate as we honor and memorialize, as we remember, as we mourn the men and women who have given their lives in service in the U.S. military, who have selflessly given their all so that we might benefit for it, as they fight for freedom and promote peace. And we're grateful for that. And we thank God for that, for their sacrifice and for what it means for where we are today in our country. Memorializing is a good thing. In fact, it often lifts our eyes out of whatever our current crisis is, such as now, and helps us to see something bigger. Right? As we celebrate Memorial Day, as we think about those who have given their all, we're reminded that this current crisis in front of us will not last forever, and that it isn't the end-all, be-all of everything. In fact, memorializing is something that God's people have done for a long time. Just taking the Passover feast, for example, they memorialized, they remembered what God did in bringing them out of slavery in Egypt and giving them the promised land. So he gave them freedom, and also pointing then to Jesus. And as Jesus used the Passover feast and said, "This is my body, this is my blood," he said, "This is me. I've given myself for you, that you have freedom from death and sin and are made right with God." And so memorializing is a helpful thing. It, again, takes us out of a focus on ourselves or our current crisis, and especially for Christians, puts our focus on Christ and what He has done for us. So as you celebrate Memorial Day today, I just want you to remember this is a day of hope for you. This is a day where we certainly honor the men and women who have given their lives in service to our country. And we also remember that in God, we can be glad in Him today. We trust in Him, and that He is the source of our hope. And so I want to share these words from Psalm 33 with you just as we end here briefly. It says, "Our soul waits for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. For our heart is glad in Him, because we trust in His holy name. Let your steadfast love, O Lord, be upon us, even as we hope in you." Amen. Well, happy Memorial Day to you again, as this day, too, is your moment of hope.